This video will show you how to replace the strap on StrongArm electric winch models TW9000 and TW9015 made by the Dutton-Lainson company. If you need to replace strap on a TW4000 or 4015, select the card above for a video covering those models. Parts of this process do vary depending on if you have a TW9000 or 9015. So follow the instructions only when your winch's model number is shown in the top left corner of the screen. On both models, start by unplugging your winch from its power source. Then you'll need to remove the cover. Use a Phillips screwdriver to loosen the clutch lever's two small screws so you can pull the lever off of the winch with the screws inside of it. If you own a TW9000, get a small flathead screwdriver and loosen the switch knob's small screw so you can pull the knob off of the winch with the screw and small washer inside of it. Grab a 5/8 inch wrench so you can loosen and remove the switch's nut. Then use your flathead screwdriver to remove the flat washer underneath the nut. On TW9015s, pinch with a standard set of pliers the strain relief bushing out of its hole in the cover. Next, use a 3/8 inch wrench to loosen and remove the cover's 4 screws. Lift the cover all the way off of the winch, and you may need to use a screwdriver to help you pry it off. On a TW9000, you may have to lightly tap on the end of the switch panel to loosen it from its hole in the cover, but be sure not to hit it too hard or you risk damaging it. If the internal tooth lock washer fell off the end of the switch panel, put it back in place, then spin the switch nut back on the end of the panel to prevent the washer from falling off again. Turn the clutch spring keeper down to put the winch in freewheel mode. Rotate the reel until the strap bolt and nut are accessible. Then turn the clutch spring keeper back up to the engaged position. Use two 9/16 inch wrenches to loosen and remove the strap nut. Put the winch back in freewheel mode. Then pull off from the winch all of the layers of your old strap. Lift up the strap bolt and pull it out so you can take the strap completely off of the reel. Set your new strap on the reel with its stitching facing down. Line up the loop at the strap's end with the oblong-shaped slots in the reel, then slide the reel bolt through both the slots and the strap loop, so the bolt head is on the clutch side of the winch. Tighten the nut on the end of the bolt with your 9/16 inch wrenches until it is just barely snug. Spin the reel so your new strap is installed coming off the bottom of the reel, not to the top. And hold back on the end of the strap so it wraps as tightly around the reel as possible. Once all of the strap is wrapped around the reel hub, make sure it is installed in flat layers like this and not bunched up against the reel side plates. Then you can put the clutch spring keeper back in the engaged position one last time. On TW9015s, bunch up all the wires near the back of the winch so they are out of your way. Then stretch out the front of the cover and back over the base. If you own a TW9000, partly reinstall the cover, then spin the switch nut off the end of the switch panel. Line up the flat side of the switch panel with the flat side of its hole in the cover. Then insert the end of the switch panel into the hole. You may need to use your pair of pliers to pull the end of the panel fully into place before you finish reinstalling the cover. Put the switch's flat washer back in place, then tighten the switch nut with your 5/8 inch wrench. Set the switch knob back in place, making sure it is facing up. Set the small washer back inside the knob, followed by the small screw, which needs to be tightened with your flathead screwdriver. If you have a TW9015, gently pull on the pigtail so little cord remains inside the cover, then pinch the strain relief bushing back into its hole in the cover. Before reinstalling the clutch lever, make sure that the clutch spring keeper is in the 2:30 o'clock position. If it is, find the largest hole on the lever and the largest hole on the clutch spring keeper. Line them up as you press the lever back onto the keeper. Then tighten both clutch lever screws with your Phillips screwdriver. Get the two longer cover screws and tighten them into the clutch side of your winch. Get the two shorter cover screws and tighten them into the non-clutch side of your winch. Then it should be ready for you to use. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't hesitate to contact us if there is a particular topic you'd like to see in a future DL video.